What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the M&M Show. My name is Lalo. Always with me, Patrick Morris. I apologize for last week. I felt like dog shit. I was really sick, and I didn't want to get out of bed. Um, Ended up doing some NyQuil and DayQuil Severe. Fixed me up, and now I'm back, better, leaner, hungrier, just a new man.
Ready to go. Yeah,
Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
and to this week, starting this week, we'll be doing something new. So, I mean, you can see us now when we do our podcast, and we're also gonna we're testing a live stream out now, and we're gonna also, if it goes well, we're gonna keep doing a live stream. So, we'll start on Facebook next week if we enjoy this, but we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes. Because I mean, it can be a little testy. Live streaming is a lot different than having to record. You only get one take. You can't no do
You only
overs.
get one shot.
Yeah, and so far that has not gone well for us. We always mess
No, not
something
at
up.
all.
We mess something up all the friggin' time. But
Yeah,
anyway, I
we do.
guess I guess we'd start off with what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I think I'm gonna do something small here in my apartment, just me and my son. My parents are going out of town, and I just figured why not? I mean, my brother's gonna do his little Thanksgiving party, whatever. I don't feel like going, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
And so I'll come here, do little arts and crafts with my son, make those what's it called? Those Thanksgiving turkeys out of your hand,
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So do some of
Nice.
those, and then have a little meal, watch some movies, play some Mario Party.
Gotcha. Yeah, Dominique has to work on Thanksgiving, so we're doing, I guess it's called Friendsgiving or something. We're doing it on
Oh,
Saturday with a bunch of people from her work and stuff. And we're cooking like turkey, chicken, ham, friggin' green bean casserole, mashed potatoes,
the whole works.
stuffing. Yeah, literally everything you can imagine. We're going to be cooking up. Well, we're only cooking like, I'm cooking the turkey, mac and cheese, the ham just has to be reheated, and then I may or may not grill the chicken. It depends on how I feel.
Well, as long as somebody brings gravy, because at school they gave us like a Thanksgiving meal, and that shit was dry. That
What the
turkey
heck?
was dry. It was so dry, bro. It gave me cotton mouth eating that fucking turkey. I was choking on it. That's how dry it was.
No, I
No
bought.
flavors, no juices, nothing. Just fucking raw dog meat. That's
Yeah,
it.
I made sure I got some turkey and chicken gravy, and I'll also probably use the turkey drippings and maybe make something out of that too, or combine it into the gravy. It'll be good. I definitely made sure I
Also,
got gravy.
yeah. Also, since we're gone for 2 weeks, I don't know if you've been living under a rock or not, but Joe Biden won the election. No
Yeah,
matter what anybody says, he won.
yeah. I mean, he got.
Just throwing that out there,
Yeah,
just it's out.
yeah. He got so many votes. It's insane how many people voted. It's good that the country, like people actually voted. What's scary to me is
Yeah.
that the country's still so divided, so polarized. And it's like each
hmm
side thinks the other side's crazy. And I don't know. It's insane. But I don't know. I don't want to talk about politics because they irritate people. But
That's good.
But yeah, it's important that we show that yeah, he definitely won by like 6 million votes. Some good news though. The University of Oxford had coronavirus testing for the vaccine, and it was 70% effective. And then and then it says I'm confused because I think they must have like two different things. They say that the vaccine was 70% effective, and then there were tests on two dose regimens that show it could be 90% effective. So I don't know if they like did two different vaccines or something, but it's either 70% effective or 90% effective. And either way, both those are
It's
extremely
above
good, and
50.
those are good numbers anyway. That will
hmm
save a lot of lives. And I don't know if the vaccine just makes it more mild, kind of like the flu vaccine does. It doesn't prevent you from getting the flu, it just makes it so the flu's not as bad as it would be without the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. And they were saying they should be able to get out like 3 billion doses by the end of next year, and that's just
That's
one.
a lot.
That's just one company, or I guess it's a university. So that's good news. So that it at worst we should be dealing with coronavirus for about another year at worst. Hopefully.
At worst, yeah.
Yeah, unless
I'm just
like
ready for this shit to be over with. I'm
yeah,
trying to
me
take my son to
too.
Disney and whatever, go fishing. Even though I don't know how to fish, but do something.
Yeah, it just sucks like living overseas and not being able to travel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's so cheap.
it is, and we wanted to do a lot of traveling this year. We were gonna go to Dubai on a cruise, but we weren't able to go. So we just want to, get back on the travel ball and get going. We want to go on a
Mm-hmm.
cruise before we leave here. So hopefully that can happen. Yeah, we want to see
Well,
most of Europe, but dang, freaking coronavirus ruined everything.
traveling is overrated, anyways. It's for the birds,
Nah, wrong. Wrong. You should
right?
travel while you're young.
No, VR is coming into life, and you can just do everything you want.
I'm interested.
Everything and anyone you can do it through fucking VR.
I feel like someone's gonna make big strides in VR, and it will be like, just imagine like a game like uh just any open world game like Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto.
Grand
Like
Theft Auto.
imagine that
You're
being
actually
imagine that
you're
being
beating the fuck out of the hooker just in fucking VR. Oh shit.
I don't mean it like that aspect of that game, but just like the immersion of those games. Like just imagine it being
Yeah,
optimized
it'll be
for
super cool.
VR. That'd be awesome. I could see like having like
Yeah.
a little treadmill thing that you run around on in any direction
hmm
or something. I don't know. That'd be cool. I think that'd be awesome.
Like like Fallout would be a dope ass game to play in VR.
Yeah, I agree.
Picking up stuff, trying to make a weapon, whatever. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of things they could do. I mean,
Until you see those big ass monsters, then you're like, oh fuck,
yeah.
and you're running.
Yeah, I feel like that's a long way. I feel like maybe in 20 years, video games have progressed. Like that kind of technology progresses so fast that I feel like in 20 years we could have some pretty sick games.
hmm
But I feel like it's kind of flattened. I feel like because like AAA game companies have gotten kind of lazy. I feel like the technology behind video games is flattened. Like Call of Duty
Yeah,
hasn't changed much in the last 10 years. It almost looks the same. And same with
they
games
all do.
like sports games, they haven't really changed, but that's because EA has a monopoly with them and they don't care. They just reprint the game from last year. Like, oh, you can do
Yeah,
this move now.
I think UFC was the last one that they bought or that they took over because it used to be THQ.
Yeah,
And but when it was THQ, I loved the fucking UFC
me
games. They were
too.
easy to play. They were fucking fun. You could do a lot of shit. Now it's boring.
Yeah. I just don't
The whole
understand.
aspects and the graphics are shit compared to the UFC Undisputed 3 was probably the best UFC game I've ever played
Yeah.
for the PS3.
I just don't understand, especially with games like Madden and FIFA. Like you've had like 10 and 20 years to work on these games and, come up
hmm
with ideas on how to make the game more interactive and stuff. And Madden
And there's
for
so many ways.
yeah, and
I mean,
Madden
have you? I'll let you talk. My bad.
Madden's gone backwards. Back when they didn't have exclusive rights to making simulation football games, they had competition in 2K, and the games were actually they had more content in them than they do now. But that's my thought. What were you saying?
So the thing they could do with Madden, there's like so many games like in the past, like NFL, what was it NFL Blitz 2000 for
Yeah,
Nintendo 64? You just, oh, he's on fire, and the whole team's on fucking fire, Or they have bobbleheads like arcade style, or what was it NFL Blitz on the Xbox and the PlayStation? You could break someone's bones, and you'll see the bone just fucking break.
well, so
You could do performance enhancement drugs in that fucking game. You could give someone steroids to have his ass go back in the game.
Yeah. I mean, they're allowed to make games like that still. And in fact, I think one was announced. But I think video games have gotten to the point where people don't really want to play those super arcadey games anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I love those games. I don't know about you. I grew up
Yeah.
with them.
It's just upsetting that, you know, like the NFL and FIFA gave EA exclusive rights to making simulation games. It's actually bad for people who love those sports because now Madden, they don't have any expectations because they don't have any competition. They don't have anyone there to make sure that they're doing a good job. The only thing nice. The only thing they have is freaking everyone basically boycotted Madden 21 and was like, this game sucks. It's terrible.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it has the worst like user rating score ever of any video game ever. Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, it's terrible. It's really bad. Speaking of companies that do bad things, here's a company that actually did something that I thought was not something you would expect. Nice.
I'm a pizza guy.
A
All right,
company, a
that's
big
enough.
company that did something that, you know, it's not something that these people don't normally do, but Netflix, at Dave Chappelle's request, pulled the Chappelle show off of Netflix and
Yeah, because
removed
he
it
wasn't
completely.
getting any money out of it. I read
Yeah,
about it. He was
yeah,
upset.
yeah, because the Chappelle show, they run it, but, you know, Comedy Central gets all that money and none of it goes to Dave Chappelle, which is fucked up. Like, that's stupid.
Hmm. It's
But
his jokes. It's all his
But the good
comedic
thing
routine.
is, the good thing for me, or in my eyes, is that it shows Netflix actually cares about the people they work with. And most companies
Hmm.
aren't like that. Like Netflix is big enough that they don't need Dave Chappelle. And it's quite literally the opposite. It's more like Dave Chappelle needs them. But
Hmm.
to treat someone like that you work with that well and actually listen to what they do to keep them happy, that's shocking. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus, he has a shitload of Netflix series with him. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure he has a couple movies.
Well,
So I mean,
he's said that like Netflix is his new home or whatever. But it's not like Netflix needs him. Like, yeah, I'm sure they make like money off of him and stuff or whatever. But it just
yeah.
usually big companies aren't they usually don't care about your feelings or whatever, or, you know? And it's just nice to see
Hmm.
a company doing something that, you know, these big time companies normally don't do. And I that makes me like Netflix even more. I always think that Netflix and their exclusives are already good, and especially if they're treating
Yeah.
their actors like this and stuff, then that company is going to continue to be successful. I thought that was insane that they did that. I'm glad that they did. It's a
Yeah.
it's
Same.
a good move, and it when one company does stuff like this, it's going to kind of start requiring that other companies do stuff like this, or else actors are going to be like, well, fuck you, I'm just going to work for Netflix,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
So, uh, another thing on the entertainment side of things is it,
Animaniacs.
no, Com
Animaniacs is on Hulu.
Comcast is going to be making it so that there's a data cap on how much internet you use. And
Hmm.
I they're doing it at a terrible time when, you know, the country is everyone has to stay at home, so of course everyone's going to be using more internet
On the internet.
and stuff. But the thing is it's just a ploy for them to make more money, and it's not like they're poor. Their company is worth over 200 billion dollars, and
God damn.
now they're going to data cap people just so that they can make more money, and it's stupid. And the worst part is they said it only will affect about 5% of their users. It's like, well, why are you doing it then? what like what's the point? And I didn't realize this, but Comcast is a huge company. They own a lot of stuff. They own NBC, a bunch of other cable television networks. they own Sky, which is, if you don't know what Sky is one of the biggest uh, cable providers in Europe. In fact, it might
Yeah,
be the biggest. It's huge, and you just have this company that's making so much money, and now they're just going to make more money by basically putting a price on your data, and it's stupid. And
no, I agree.
hopefully, the government steps in like, nah, you guys can't do this. This is ridiculous. Which is what happened with it's essentially net neutrality. It's what happened about. It was a big deal about 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know if you remember hearing about net neutrality.
No,
It was kind of a big
if they
deal.
didn't make a movie about it like Snowden, then I didn't hear about it.
Gotcha.
Even
Um,
then, the Snowden movie was pretty fucking boring.
yeah, I didn't watch it. I have
Oh.
watched a few of his, like, he'll go on shows and talk and stuff. I've watched a few of that, few things with that, but that's
Hmm.
about it. I haven't really I didn't watch his documentary or anything. He came out with a book too, and I think Trump or someone big was basically like, uh no, it was it's whatever security agency, freaking, like, once you have a,
CIA,
no, it's, there's some agreement you sign whenever you get a security clearance, basically, and that department of whatever agency it is was like,
NSA.
yeah, but it's called like the, I don't remember the exact term, but anyway, he wrote a book and didn't clear it through them first, and they're like, you need to take it off the shelves or whatever. I mean, he lives in Russia, so there ain't nothing they can do to him. And
Yeah.
he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And it caused, he basically got a bunch of free freaking, what's the word? I can't think of it.
Cable, free
No,
cable.
he got a bunch of free publicity for his book, so it shot up to number one, and now it's like the number one book. I think this was like a week ago that it was number one. It might
Damn.
still be, but it's funny that, you know, the government literally was like, take your book down, and
He
inadvertently
said no.
pushed it to number one.
Some people.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. I wouldn't like, he made what he said made a lot of sense. He's like, they're the ones who broke their contract with the American people, not me. So why would
Hmm.
I clear my book through them, the same people that go against the very constitution that,
Yeah.
we love so much or claim to love so much? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with them. It's like the government did
Hmm.
spy on us for years without telling us, and I mean, that's wrong.
Snowden.
Yeah.
It's all coming back.
I think he gets pardoned eventually.
I don't think so.
I do.
Just because of the whole thing that's happened. Well, from what I saw in the movie, it's a fucking big deal, and
So,
I don't know.
he talked. I did watch an interview with him talking about the movie. He said a lot of stuff was dramatized, or whatever that word is. Dramatized.
Yeah. So it's fake.
Yeah, basically. So it just like, make people more, like, feel more into the
To
movie or
watch it.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said that it wasn't that. It wasn't like that.
Oh, are you a Pokemon fan?
Uh, I don't know.
Have
Am
you been
I?
watching? Well, I mean like the series, like the show. That's a brand new booster pack too. Jesus Christ.
It's unopened. Yeah, it won't be opened
Are you gonna
either.
keep it that? Are you gonna keep it that way and sell it once like you're 50?
Yeah, I also have this from the new packs. It's a theme deck. I'm not gonna open it either.
Is that a Dark Charizard?
No, it's just a normal Charizard
Oh,
hollow. It's a promo card though, I think. So I'm not gonna open
yeah.
them. But those will, because it's a Charizard, that will eventually
So
be worth.
it's money. It's money. Yeah.
Yeah,
including those packs, if they're good packs.
Well, first 10 I showed you, each there's 4 packs in there, and each of them are already worth like $12 a piece.
And it's only gonna go higher in price.
Yeah, especially with more and more people realizing that, you know, it's a thing that's gonna stick around. But anyway, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
haven't watched the anime in a long time, not since I was a kid. Remember
Oh,
when they
but
were
there's a
like,
new one.
"Who's that Pokemon?" Yeah, that's when I used to
Yeah.
watch it.
Well, the new series is a new part. I think it's part 3 coming out soon. Should be in like December.
Hmm.
Same thing with Big Mouth. I fucking love watching Big Mouth.
I
I
still gotta
find that
watch
show's
it.
funny as fuck.
I gotta watch
When he
it
picks him
still.
up from the fucking wheelchair, and he's like, I can't walk. He's like, fuck it, brother. Do or die. He fucking tells him, dude. Oh, fuck. That show is so funny.
That just
It
sounds
is a
like my
little
cup of
fucked up
tea.
how it's like little kids, or they're not kids, but they're like teenagers and they're going through puberty and all this stuff. So
Yeah,
that's the only weird part. But once you get over that part, I mean, it's a funny ass show.
yeah. I was watching South Park last night, and this is I've talked to Dominique about this a lot
Yeah.
too, and like in the background of the South Park episode at the end when the credits are, they had the hashtag cancel South Park uh hashtag, and I was just like, man, that's how all these people that got canceled needed to treat getting canceled. Like as
Yeah.
soon as you give in to the cancel culture, they just eat you alive. Like Dominique watches a YouTuber, Jenna Marbles or whatever, and she basically disappeared off the internet. And
Oh shit! Really?
yeah, because she just kept apologizing for videos that were like 5 or 6 years old, and they were videos that were funny and fine to watch back then. But all of a sudden, 2020 came around and it's bad. And
Everybody's in their feelings.
yeah, and I
Everybody's looking like a bunch of, oh, can't say it,
yeah.
being recorded.
But yeah, I was just like, man, the best thing to do in those situations is just to be like, how about you just go fuck yourself? Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Like, go ahead.
Eminem said it best.
Yeah,
I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in a trailer park with my mom, you know?
yeah.
Shout
But
out to A Mom.
seeing that South Park episode and them having the cancel South Park hashtag in there at the end, I was just like, man, that's how these people got learned from that. That's how you handle cancel culture. Because it
But
was,
South Park has like what, like 20 seasons now? Like they don't give a fuck,
I think
dude.
they have 23 or
The,
I think they either just finished the 23rd or the 24th. I don't remember. But in the
those
22nd
creators are,
season that came out in like 2019, they started off with the first episode was basically the school was getting shot up every day. There's just a school shooting every day. And it was just like no one cared. And it's kind of true. I was
no,
watching the episode. I was like, yeah, like the joke was Stan's mom was on her period and she was the only one who cared because she was PMSing basically. And so she cared for like 3 days and then didn't care again. And I
yeah,
was just like, man, that's so true. Like that's how people are. These these bad events happen. People act like they care for about 3 days. Or some people act like they care for about 3 days, and then it's like, oh, I'm over it. Let's get back to normal.
yeah.
But what were you trying to
The
say?
sad reality.
It is
Dude,
a
I don't
sad
even
reality.
remember.
I don't remember either.
Um, oh, the two creators of fucking South Park, I forgot their names, but they're funny as fuck, and they have so many movies together. And I
Yeah.
think that Broadway musical,
Yeah, they
they don't
have
give a
the
fuck.
Book
I
of
doubt they'll
Mormon.
care if South. I doubt they'll care if South Park was canceled.
Well, that's why they used to do a lot bigger seasons. It's Matt Stone and Trey Parker, by the way, are their names. But
Yeah.
they used to do a lot more episodes, and I think they would do 2 seasons a year or something like that. And they changed it up. They basically told Comedy Central, like, look, we want to do bigger things than just South Park, so we're only gonna do X amount of episodes
One
a year
season.
now. And they're like, oh, okay. Like they're not gonna tell them no.
It's the
So
main shows that they put up on Comedy Central besides what Touch.0. What's
is that
another
even a
one?
show anymore?
I want to say it is Touch.0, Broad City. Those two girls. I want to say.
I don't know. I don't watch
Reruns of the
cable.
Chappelle Show, and then comedy movies. That's all they put on there on
Really?
South Park.
Hmm. I feel like cable TV kind of sucks. I'm over
Oh, I
it.
don't have any cable TV, but
Yeah, me
there's only
either.
so many things that show Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Like when you click on Hulu, and you go on Hulu and you go to the Comedy Central button or the little
Gotcha.
tab, you barely see anything on there. Brickleberry, I think, is one of them.
Yeah.
But
South Park is one of my favorite shows of all time. I think
it's funny as shit.
South Park and Futurama, as far as like animation shows go, those are definitely my two favorite animation shows.
You don't like Samurai Jack?
I've never watched it.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
I never really watched that either.
What? Dude, that's one of the funniest fucking cartoons I've ever seen. Growing up, I used to love watching Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
The only cartoons I ever really watched were like the more adulty ones, like South Park and Futurama. I never really watched like
What's
actual cartoons made for kids. I watched SpongeBob.
like? Yeah, that's a classic. Naruto.
No, I didn't watch any anime. The only
So you
anime,
didn't watch that? Like, I was talking about like Toonami. I'm trying to remember like what Toonami would play. That's kind of like a more adultish kind of teenager stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah. The only
Because if it's like
anime
adult,
stuff I ever watched was Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, and I didn't even watch that much of those. I don't.
it's time to do. You know, fucking
Yeah.
believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi.
Mm-hmm. You remember a lot more than I do.
Yeah,
I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh
I still watch.
was a good trading card game. I just don't
Yeah,
care
but
enough.
for some reason, I don't see that much publicity over Yu-Gi-Oh cards than I do Pokemon cards. Like the
Yeah.
opening of the packs and oh, this one fucking Charizard first edition's worth $20,000.
I think Pokemon's just way more nostalgic for people, especially for people more in our age group.
Hmm.
So, well, especially in my age group, but I mean, even then, like when we were both
Well, I
kids,
still play the games now,
yeah,
and I don't plan on stopping. You know, I
yeah,
played Sword and I played what? I think I got Shield. I got Pokemon Shield for the Switch. I haven't gotten the expansion pack, which I'm probably gonna do
yeah,
just to get just to finish my Pokédex because I already finished the one that was for the original game. And I don't know, I just love playing Pokemon. I've been a fan since I got my first game was Pokemon Blue, Game Boy Color. And ever
hmm
since then, dude, I just love playing Pokemon. I played almost all of them except for every generation except for Black and White.
yeah. I had the OG handheld Game Boy, the big gray brick.
Yeah, I had a blue one or a purple one. I think it was purple.
Yeah, I
Game Boy
had like
Color.
I think I've had pretty much every single Game Boy that's ever been released. I should have probably
I
kept
never had
them.
a Game Boy. I never had a Game Boy Micro. I just thought they were stupid. I had the regular Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, Game
Yeah,
Boy SP, the DS, DS Lite,
I just mean
a
like
2DS,
the flagship
and
from
then
each generation, basically. Not like their like the 2DS or whatever,
hmm
but I had like the mainstream ones, like all the ones you just named, basically.
you know what game I really miss, or games that I really miss?
Hmm.
They usually come out for the GameCube. They're like a bunch of Mario sports games, not just the tennis,
Yeah.
but they had Super Mario Strikers, Mario Baseball. Now it's just I think they have the Olympics, but Super Mario Strikers, bro, that's such a fun ass game,
I didn't have a
and I
GameCube.
wish and I wish that they had it for the Switch because I'd be playing Super Mario Strikers every fucking day,
Hmm.
especially online or competitive. That'd be so
Yeah.
cool to do.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't have a GameCube. I think
Oh,
the
you don't know what I'm
GameCube
talking
was
about?
out during the OG Xbox time frame, so I spent all my time on Xbox exclusively. That was it. That was my
Man,
one console.
I'm sorry for your loss.
What the OG Xbox is
It's such a shitty console.
the OG Xbox is probably one of the like turning points of gaming. It's probably one of the most. It will go down in history as one of the best consoles ever.
What?
Dude, I don't know if you realize,
Are
but
you
the
smoking reefer?
are you
Are
smoking
you high on
reefer?
the marijuana? I might be later on. What it do?
The I don't know if you know this, but the games you play today wouldn't would probably not exist with if it weren't for games like Halo. Halo introduced a lot of stuff to first person shooters. For example, Melee.
You're high. You're
No.
high.
No. Halo was the game that made gaming online popular. It's literally the game.
No,
Halo was the game that made everyone get a live service. And you want to know why Xbox Live is so much better than PlayStation? Because no one cared about
because
playing
now they cost
PlayStation
the same.
Online.
No,
Everyone
because now they
everyone that had
cost
an
the same.
Xbox
When
was
it,
like, "Oh
what,
yeah."
sir, when it was a PS3, it was free, and everybody loved fucking PSN then.
Yeah,
They didn't have to pay $60 for a whole year.
except for that like 3 month period where it didn't work or whatever.
And the only thing that fucking Xbox 360 had was a guy that pop up and wave at you. That's it. Your little me character, he'll pop up and smile and wave.
Nah, both those were good consoles.
Plus, the controllers are too big on the Xbox.
But
You
it's
just
not
have
my
like
fault.
fucking
You have little Trump
walking.
hands.
I got big ass hands, dog.
Nah,
Don't even start. Look at
Xbox controller is not that big.
that.
My hands fit perfectly around it.
No, the first one.
Even the first one, the Big Bertha.
The
I was a little kid. I could use that shit.
Bro, the first one was big. It was like this. You're like this playing the game.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
know,
Yeah, it's fine.
that's big.
No, it was perfect.
The Big Bertha.
Nah, the I think the OG Xbox will go down as one of the best consoles ever, along with the N64.
I
And
think the PS2 will be
yeah,
above it.
I was gonna say maybe the PS2.
No, I think the PS2 takes over the 360 and the Xbox regular any day.
No, I disagree completely.
It'll be PS2, PS3, GameCube, Comcast, Sega Genesis, Atari, Super Nintendo, then Xbox, then the 360.
No, you're stupid. You're just a fanboy. You know what? If you're a console
A
fanboy,
fanboy.
that's just a stupid thing to be proud of, being a console fanboy, because they both suck.
I never said I was.
You're a
I just
PlayStation
prefer.
fanboy, okay?
Sir, if you want, I'll buy you an Xbox. I don't care.
The original
Honestly,
Xbox
do you have an
made.
Xbox?
I
You have
have
the new
both.
Xbox? I've
No,
just been seeing
no.
so many problems. Like it's smoking and shit, and it just
That
fucking
those
pops off and then pops back on.
those were fake.
Oh.
Yeah, those were literally like people vaping into them and then making videos of them. Only
Um,
I as soon as
so
I
should I
saw
get an
that,
Xbox or should I get a PlayStation?
you should spend that money and get a PC.
Well, I have nowhere to put a PC.
You can build and buy small PCs that are console sized.
But how long is a PC gonna last me if I spend like what $800 on it?
Forever, you can upgrade them as you want.
Hmm.
I don't know.
And I don't know, cause
If you're
I
gonna
don't know. I'd rather just have a console.
if you only have the budget to buy a console, then a console is the best bet. But if you have like a lot of people will buy both consoles, and it's like, why don't you just buy a PC?
Yeah, at that point I'll buy a PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like PlayStation exclusives, so for me, I didn't get either console, and I don't plan on getting either. Because my
Well, didn't you say
computers
that Xbox bought Naughty Dog, right? So, or not Naughty Dog, they bought the Bethesda.
Bethesda, yeah. My
So Fallout's gonna be on Xbox for the most part.
Well, the thing I like about what Xbox did a lot is because they're Microsoft, part of the Microsoft company. I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or whatever, so every Xbox game that comes out exclusively for the Xbox, I can get on my PC on day one.
Hmm.
So any Xbox game I want to play, I can literally play on my computer. So for me, it was easy. It's like I'm just not getting a console. Because
Yeah.
I have a PlayStation 4. I don't play it. I don't like any of the exclusives. I'm good. We use my PlayStation only to watch Hulu. That's it.
At least it's good for something.
Yeah, I guess.
I think
Uh,
we need to cut it off. I need to take a shower and get ready to go to
yeah,
school.
we've been live for 36 minutes, so
So
uh,
I got a big Texas on my shirt.
nice.
Exclusive merch at Ross.
I'll still throw in the old outro or whatever at the end,
All right, man.
and then yeah, but we'll we'll cut off our. I'll stop the recording now, but and throw in the outro.
And that's all for today's show. I'm the first M. Is the second M. And thank you for listening to the M&M Show. Peace.
Wow, that was a really
Bow
good
wow wow
outro.
wow wow
So
wow. Bow wow 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 wow. Bow wow 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 wow. We don't have music.
that was a good outro. So I'm gonna stick with that. All right, everyone. See you later.